little cool today. It's about 1 degree Celsius or 0. It'll definitely be below 0 before I finish, but there's no wind, so I can handle the cold when there's no wind. All right, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to just compare the natural colors that come out of the Olympus cameras versus the Fuji X-T30 and the natural film simulations that it has. So I'm going to be shooting on the Fujifilm. I'll be shooting in Provia, and then Pro Neg Standard, and then regular monotone, not the acros. That way, and then I'm going to compare that to the Olympus natural color profile, the portrait color profile, and then the monotone. And I didn't dial any highlight or shadow settings for the monotone, so we're going to be working with the a standard curve, you know, on the highlights and shadows at 0, and the same thing on the Fuji. I didn't dial in anything extra. So like I said, I just wanted to compare the Fujifilm colors directly against the Olympus. Sometimes it's hard, you know, in a dense woods like this to find a shot, so I'm going to really have to work with, you know, how the light's kind of peeking through the trees, and maybe get in really close on some of the shots to kind of fill the frame with the subject. Because, you know, if you just kind of look around here, it looks okay on the back of the camera, but to my naked eye, it's not all that attractive looking. I really like the really long shadows I'm getting here. All right, so what I want to do here is just capture the long shadows of the trees, but I'm not liking how they're coming straight at me like this. So I think what I'll do is I'll move over so that they're sort of going more diagonal across the frame. So see how this shadow's coming into the corner now? I think that will make for a little more interesting shot. And then the other thing is, you'll notice up here the sun, right? So what I need to do is, I'm going to look down at the ground and try and stand in a place so that the camera itself is in one of the shadows, so I don't get that glare. So if I keep moving over slightly, something like this, you can see most of the glare is gone, versus, even though I have a lens hood on, you can see the glare is pretty strong and washes out all the colors. So I watched my normal array of YouTube videos this morning, and I checked out Peter Forsgaard's best settings on the E-M5 Mark III, and he did a really good job there. So you should check that out if you're getting the E-M5. But really, most of those settings apply to any Olympus cameras, so they're really good. I like the reflection of the trees off the water here. There's a little bit too much in the frame. I don't know, maybe, what if we go in very tight? Do I still get that effect? What a vertical. I want to make it a little more moody. I'm going to dial in some exposure comp. Maybe, see, that's 1 1/3, that's 2, that might be too much. Maybe, I think about 1 1/3 stop will work. Let's try that. You know, another video I watched today was one by Robin Wong, and he talked about you know, why he thinks Olympus is not going to go out of the camera business or get out of the camera business. And yeah, I guess in my last live stream we talked a little bit about that, because there was, you know, I hadn't heard about it recently, but someone pointed me to a bunch of different articles about this rumor going around. And you know, for my 2 cents, I don't think they're going out of business or shutting their camera business or selling it off. But I can give you a couple of reasons why I might be wrong in that assumption, right? I mean, one of the things in our favor is in that report they were saying that the losses they encountered were expected and are narrowing, right? They're getting better. So they did plan for losses because of this transition from China to, I think, Vietnam maybe, but anyhow, that was all in line. So there were no surprises there in the reports. The other thing, you know, the fact that they are moving to Vietnam to lower their costs and everything of production, maybe improve the quality, whatever, you know, is also a good sign. Now we can look at it another way, because I know companies, sometimes they build new facilities and offices, get them up and running, even at a loss, just so that when they want to put it up for sale, it's more attractive offer, right? We got these brand new facilities, all the latest equipment, you know, just because of our management or whatever, we decided to sell this piece off because it's not in line with our corporate profits. And they might sell it, and maybe that's why they built a new plant over in Vietnam, who knows. Man, the water is just like glass right now. It's amazing. All right, I got the these little flowers here, whatever they are. And I was trying a couple shots with some glare on it, but I don't know how that's gonna come out. But I think this shot here, what I'll do is I'll put the flower here on the bottom third, or top left third, and then put the sun over here in that third, maybe something like that. Oh, the Fujifilm X-T30, it's growing on me. I mean, it's just a camera like any other camera. I'm starting to feel like cameras are pretty much all the same. They just changed the name on the front. It's getting cold. I'm gonna have to start to dress a little bit warmer than I did today. I mean, I look all bundled up, but I'm still cold. Oh, and I got these dollar store knit gloves. You know, they stretch. But I cut a little hole in the finger here, so I can, you know, that way I can stick my finger out if I need to. And then when my finger gets cold, I just put it back in there. I mean, they sell like legit photographer's gloves that have, you know, nice rubber grips on the pads, and then a folding finger that comes out. But they're like $40. I got like 2 pair for $1 of these knit gloves.